Teppy stopped kicking her as he heard the phone ring. He could ignore the call, but if it was someone from the Child Consultation Center, they might become suspicious of him. He'd hurt Satoko enough to leave bruises. He couldn't let them visit, so he had no choice but to deal with them over the phone.
これぐらいで勘弁しちゃんがな。ええか、通帳の場所、電話が終わるまでに思い出しとかんね。
All Satoko could do was curl up and cry.
もしもし、どちら様？
お世話になっております。沖宮の生活相談所でございます。
またかいね。あんたとこも暇やんな。うちばっかりかまっちょなんで、他の仕事せえな。お前の給料俺の税金で賄っとんやん。
申し訳ございません。これからうちの職員がお邪魔させていただきますが、よろしいでしょうか。
よろしいわけない。今な、家の中を大掃除中なんねん。誰もお迎えできるような
It's
状況にあり
disgusting
ま
in
へ
here.
ん。
You don't want to get any of this dust.
また日を改めてえな。
Yeah, but we're coming anyway, so get ready. The consultation center wouldn't give up. Teppy wanted to hang up the phone, but if he did, he knew that they'd show up for sure.
今日はさとこさんはお休みしていると聞いていますが、ご在宅ですね。病気なのに外出させてるということはございませんよね。申し訳ございません。さとこさんに大至急確認したいことがございまして。
なんじゃい、さとこに何の確認があるんじゃい。わしがさとこの親ねんねん。
さとこさんを電話先に出すのを拒否されますか？
拒否なんて言っとらん。親がこの代わりに回答する言うとんねん。
I don't know. That sounds an awful lot like refusal to me.
あれ今日はえらい強気やんねん。どういうつもりじゃい。
もう一度お願いいたします。さとこさんを電話先に出していただけませんか？
He thought dealing with government officials was a bit like playing whack-a-mole. If you hit them hard enough, they won't show up for a while. But today, whoever was on the phone seemed so provocative and self-assured. Teppy sensed that they'd definitely come to the house if he didn't put Satoko on. And if they sounded like that over the phone, if they came to the house, they might be bringing along more than just a couple of people. For all Teppy knew, they might even bring a police officer. If they did, he couldn't turn them away at the entrance. He knew too well just how scary police officers could be.
ちょいと待っとれや。風で寝とるとこ起こすんねん。時間くれや。
He covered the phone with his hand and spoke to Satoko downstairs.
ああ、さとこよ。
Satoko!
相談所の人がな、お話ししたいことあるっちゅうねん。ちょいと電話に出てんか。
Even though he had just been beating her, Teppy was addressing Satoko in a sweet, phony voice. It would disturb people to hear him talk like that. Satoko knew that his sweet voice was the scariest tone of voice he had. She couldn't refuse after hearing him talk like that, so she obeyed him and went upstairs. Teppy grabbed Satoko's shoulders with all his might and whispered in her ear.
何のかんのあっても、わしら仲良し家族やんね。そこ間違っちゃダメやんね。な。
Sure thing, scary Uncle Man.
わしを怒らせると、サトシの部屋が大変なことになってまんの。よく覚えといてな。ああ、ちゃんとうまく電話ができたら、もう金輪際サトシの部屋には入らんと約束する。
I don't know, that sounds a lot like a lie to me.
どうや。な。
He squeezed her shoulders even tighter. Satoko contorted her face in pain.
わしら仲直りじゃ。な。
分かってますわ。仲良しですもの。
Don't tell Mom. Look, just punch me back. It's okay. Teppy gave the phone to Satoko as soon as she nodded. He stood behind her, continuing to grip her shoulders tight. It was like a raptor gripping its prey with its sharp talons.
北条聡子さんですね。こちらは沖宮の生活相談所の原山と申します。いかがですか、その後は。
哲平さんとの生活は問題ありませんか？
The volume on the phone was low enough that Teppy couldn't hear what they were saying. However, he squeezed Satoko's shoulders harder and urged her to say something, because her silence could be interpreted as a negative answer.
ええ、おじさんとの生活はその後もうまくいっていましたよ。
そうですか。問題ありませんか。え？ああ、はいはい、どうぞ。もしもし、聡子か。俺だ、圭一だ。無事か。
ええ、無事ですわよ。
いいか、聡子。もう全部決着がつくぞ。児童相談所の所長は、お前がうんとうなずけば即時に保護すると約束した。所長だけじゃないぞ。下根市の市長もお前の救済に最優先指示を出してくれてる。へへ、すげえだろ。園崎家が全部手回しをしてくれたんだ。ミオンのばあさんがそこまで動いてくれたんだぜ。
Satoko always felt bitter towards the Sonozaki family, because they were often the ones talking about her behind her back. She hated Oryu most of all. It didn't make sense to her that Oryu would do anything to help her.
確かにダム戦争以降、ひなみだに北条家の娘だというだけで、俺は鈍感だから気づかなかったが、聡子は毎日そういう人たちの冷たい目線に傷つきながら生活してきたんだよな。でもな、そんなのは全部俺たちがぶち破
I
ってやっ
threw out
た。
the tatami mat, if you know what I mean.
もうひなみだには誰一人お前のことを見捨てようとする奴はいない。お前に見せられないのが残念だぜ。今俺たちを応援するためにひなみだから200人以上の人が集まってる。
It's gonna make a great documentary one day.
明日の綿流しの祭りの準備を放り出してお前を助けるために相談所へ陳情に集まってくれてるんだよ。え？あ、はい。園崎家の人から伝言だ。ミオンのばあさんいるだろ。聡子に伝えてくれってさ。今まで冷たくしてごめんなってさ。今度ぜひみんなで本家へ遊びにおいでってさ。な？あのばあさんも、もうあのばあさん、お前を助けるために今市長のとこに直談判に行ってるらしいぞ。だからそれは俺たちも同じだ。俺たちお前の仲間はな、お前が連れ去られた次の日から毎日相談所に押しかけていたんだからな。みんなが聡子のために賛同してくれた。人の数はどんどん増えて、今やひなみ沢全部の指示を取り付けた。ちょっと待て、リカちゃんが変わる。
聡子、リカです。リカ？圭一たちが全部終わらせてくれましたです。もうひなみ沢は聡子を敵にはしないのです。だから僕と聡子が一緒にお買い物に行っても聡子だけが無視されたりしない。僕だけがおまけをもらえたりはしないのです。聡子に冷たくする人はもういないのです。
Satoko wasn't sure if she should feel happy or sad that Rika noticed how badly the villagers were treating her. All she could do was let out a bitter laugh.
そんなのって信じられませんですわ。
そうね、私も信じられない。
リカ？
Satoko was surprised. She was surprised to hear Rika's voice sound so mature over the phone. She almost sounded like a different person.
これはどうにもならない運命なんだと。
I have no idea what you're talking about, Rika.
どうやっても助けられない袋小路なんだろうと諦めた。あなたもそうだったはず。でも運命なんてなかった。抜けられない袋小路なんてなかった。どんな壁も金魚すくいの網よりも薄いんだって豪語して、本当に圭一が打ち破ってみせてくれた。聡子、もう不幸に屈しなくていい。私たちはもうあなたの鼻先にまで救いの手を伸ばしているの。あなたがうなずくだけでも手が届く。
でも、私、強くならなくちゃいけないんですの。
あなたのトラウマ。
The uncle probably is wondering what the heck they're talking about. These responses from her make no sense for a child consultation center person.
それを克服しようとするあなたの強さ。あなたはおばのいじめをサトシの背中でやり過ごしてきたことに深い罪の思いをずっと抱いてきた。その贖罪のために鉄平のいじめに耐えていることを知っているわ。助けを求めない自分になることで兄に甘えきってしまった自分と決別したいというあなたの心はわからなくない。それはとても高貴な決意であなたの成長を意味する素晴らしいこと。もしサトシが今ここにいたならあなたのたくましくなった姿にきっと拍手を送る。きっと頭を撫でてくれる。ムーって
いいに。
なんて思った？全然ダメね、サトコ。あなたはサトシの強さなんかに全然追いついていない。
What? Rika's words were suddenly toned with malice, penetrating Satoku's heart the moment she thought she was saved.
あなたは耐えることが強さだと思ってるようだけど、それが昔とどう違うというの？今のあなたはサトシが帰ってくるまでを耐えているだけ。結局サトシにかばってもらうまでを耐え忍んでいるだけなのよ。あなたはサトシがどれだけの強さを持っていたのか。サトシはね、戦ったの。恐ろしいおばに真っ向からあなたを救うため。
Ah, okay. I see what she's saying now. This is actually probably a pretty good way to tackle this.
思い出しなさい。あなたが泣き叫ぶほどに恐れたあのおばに両手を広げてあなたの前に立ってかばってくれたサトシの姿を。
Satoshi was just as scared as Satoko was. All she'd ever seen was her brother's back. She had no idea what kind of expression he was wearing on his face. He didn't want to stand in front of his furious aunt. But he had no choice if he wanted to protect his sister. Satoko never once saw how scared he was, and she never once saw how courageous he was in spite of that.
立ち向かったの。サトシは耐えたんじゃない。助けを求めなかったんじゃない。戦ったの。立ち向かったの。私もかつてはそうだった。どうせダメだと思って戦うのをやめた。立ち向かうのをやめた。運命に苦し耐えることを選んだ。助けを求めたってどうにもならないと思って助けを求めるのもやめてしまった。それは今のあなたと同じ。いじけて誰かに助けてもらうのを待っているだけ。でもね、私は立ち向かう。だから圭一から受話器を奪った。この運命の最後の最後だけでも私が自ら打ち破る。だから私があなたを解き捨ててみせる。サトコ、あなたのすぐ後ろに鉄平が。
ええ、いますわ。
さあ、その男の顔を見なさい。その恐ろしくて醜悪な顔を。そしてその恐ろしさに完全と立ち向かったサトシの勇敢さに気づきなさい。もしあなたがサトシに対する罪をあがなおうとしたならば、それは助けを求めない強さを得ることじゃない。サトシの勇気を、力強さを受け継ぐことなの。それにどうか気づきなさい。
Satoko slowly looked back at her uncle, though she was afraid to do so. Yeah, he's got the scary face on. He was wearing an unpleasantly broad grin while gripping her shoulders so tightly. Ultimately, it wasn't even really about dealing with her aunt or uncle. It was about dealing with her fear. Oh, now he looks extra evil. Satoshi faced his fear. He could have chosen to run from it, or to sit and take it, but he fought for his little sister instead. He fought that fear, and didn't falter. And what was Satoko doing? She believed that the violence she was suffering was the punishment she deserved. However, Rika wasn't wrong. Satoko wasn't trying to gain strength at all. She was only shutting herself out until someone came to save her. She wasn't doing anything on her own. She was only waiting for someone else to do something about it. Satoshi faced it. He faced this fear. That was his strength.
足がすくむ、奥歯が震える、背中の産毛がゾワゾワする。その感触すべてがあなたをかばおうとするたびに、サトシが感じていたすべて。そして分かって、サトシはあなたに何を期待していたか、何を見習って欲しかったか、それが分からなかったら、サトシは永遠に帰ってきたりするもんか。
なんじゃい。
Why are you looking at me?
長い電話だの。
And why are you saying all these weird things? Satoko was consumed by fear. Her teeth were chattering and she felt shivers running down her spine. And that was what Satoshi felt every time she cried.
さあ、サトコ、あなたの強さを。この一年でどれほどの強さを得たかを、サトシに今こそ見せなさい。サトシのような勇気を、今こそあなたの胸に宿しなさい。
リカ、でも。
Even if she asked for help that very minute, Teppy wasn't just going to disappear. Once she asked for help, she'd need to survive until someone physically came to her house to rescue her. Satoko ached all over her body. Her wounds were pulsing along with her heartbeat, and she could taste the blood in her mouth. It wasn't as easy as Rika made it sound. One nod wasn't going to solve everything at once. I mean, what if the police are just waiting there? Just at the door, waiting for her to say yes, and then they're just gonna kick it down. They had no idea how hard it was for her to nod. What did her Nini look like when he protected her? She couldn't remember his face, but she remembered the strength in his words. And she may have even heard a little bit of fear in his voice. But even so, he still fought. He faced his fears and fought for her sake. Satoko was scared, just like Rika said. Her teeth were chattering, and she felt shivers running down her spine. But she had to face him. She had to challenge him, to fight him, and to break the cycle.
サトコ、これから受話器を相談所の人に戻す。あなたの口で伝えなさい。
ええ、ええ。
I mean, maybe we should use some kind of code instead of, being like, help, I'm being actively tortured, save me, please.
あなたの勇気を。
もしもし。で、相談所の原山です。もう一度確認いたしますが、哲平さんとのその後の生活は問題ありませんね。
Say yes for no and no for yes. Satoko looked at Teppy again as she listened to the question. Looked straight into the face of terror. All she ever did was hide behind Satoshi's back. Show me that courage. It wasn't only Rika. Her Nini was watching her too.
はい、もう一度お願いします。
私を助けて。
Yep. The moment the words left her mouth, Teppy clocked his niece upside her head with every bit of strength he had in him. Satoko rolled down the hallway, still clutching the telephone receiver.
おう、サトコ、今度りゃ裏切ったんだ。
あんたなんか大っ嫌い。出てって、ここから出てってくださいまし。ここは私とニーニーの家ですのよ。私たち家族の家ですのよ。あんたなんか大っ嫌い。あんたなんか出ていけ。
かーこん野郎。
Satoko wasn't just going to take a beating any longer. Instead, she spread her arms wide and jumped onto her uncle. Of course, that wasn't going to hurt Teppy at all. Satoko was as weak as a newborn puppy to him. That was, however, the best attack she had at her disposal. Satoko was fighting for the first time in her life. She had decided to stop waiting for someone to save her. In the end, Satoko was the only one who could save herself. Enduring her uncle's violence had never meant anything at all. She had thought she learned something from her Nini, but she had been mistaken this whole time.
なんじゃいその目つきや。前歯全部へし折られていか。
But just as Teppy raised his fist, someone loudly hammered on the front door. もしもーし。
ここを開けろ。警察だ。
Teppy couldn't help but jump in surprise. It had barely been a minute since Satoko asked for help over the phone.
早く開けんか。ぶち破って入るぞ、こら。
That was pretty good.
どうでしたか、さとこちゃんは。
さとこちゃんは助けを求めました。これで相談所は動きます。
それよりさとこが危ない。逆上した鉄平がさとこに乱暴するかもしれない。
We'd heard a violent noise right after she asked for help. In other words, Satoko had been brave enough to do that in front of her uncle.
早く行かないと。誰か車を回して。
Several of the villagers who came by car started their engines. The crowd had started to realize what was going on. Dang it! We're coming as fast as we can, Satoko.
前原さん、大丈夫ですよ。ついさっき北条家に警官が突入しました。貞子さんに暴行を加える時間なんて与えません。
どうして。
さてどうしてでしょうね。とにかく一件落着ならこのそれじゃひとまずこの場は失礼します。それでは良いお年を。
大石は聡子の電話を聞くのと同時に無線でどこかへ連絡していましたです。聡子ちゃんの家の前にあらかじめ警察の人がいてくれたってことなのかな。
そっか、リナ殺しの件で警察が張り込んでたわけだ。なるほどね。
リナって誰だ。
Don't worry about her.
皆さん車に乗ってください。
She's not important in this story.
早くひなみ沢に戻りましょう。
To be perfectly honest, she's not important in any story, but she's not important in this story.